Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Mervin. Thank you for joining us. Coming up, scale insects take top priority at the Ministry of Agriculture. The Honorable Minister for Social Services calls on councillors to commit to service. And Ross donates $9,000 in kind to healthcare in Dominica. Details of our headline stories and more after this.
You're watching GIS.
Thank you for staying with us. The new scale insect affecting the agriculture sector will take top priority at the Ministry of Agriculture. So says the country's leader, the Honorable Prime Minister Luce. The Honorable Prime Minister, along with the parliamentary representative for the Lapland constituency, Peter Seja, officials from the Ministry of Agriculture and other members of cabinet had a first-hand look at the invasion of the new pest in Balizier Lapland on Monday. After viewing the situation and having numerous discussions with the agricultural officials, the Honorable Prime Minister says the new threat needs to be addressed immediately.
I met farmers who said they have peppers and they have to abandon it. Met farmers who have planted yams and have to, they can't because this thing is infesting the yams. I have seen your pear trees. You can't eat any pears now. You cannot sell any pears. Trees that would provide you with some pears to sell to the hucksters and so forth. You will not have access to this year. I've been told it's also affecting your dashing. And I've been told by the Ministry of Agriculture that it is surprising that this is even affecting celery and parsley, which are natural repellents. I observed that in the forest, trees have died because of that. And my view is that if you have forests that you have not touched, that is, you have virgin forest, and it has not been able to take care of itself, then you have a problem, and you have a serious problem.
The scale insect was discovered in Balizier Lapland in November of 2014. Since then, the Ministry of Agriculture, Plant Protection and the Quarantine Unit and the Forestry Division have been working behind the scenes to address the new challenge of this new pest. After numerous consultations with locals as well as the Food and Agriculture Organization, it has been concluded that beetles would be introduced into the area as a natural predator to control the spread of the insect.
What we have done in the Ministry of Agriculture in the lab, we have worked with the natural enemies that we saw feeding on the scale. And we have successfully were 4 beetles in the lab. And from 2 weeks ago, we've been releasing these beetles in the field, doing field trials. And that is why from 2 weeks ago, you can see some results at one gentleman's farm. We're going to implement what we call an integrated approach, where we're going to work with the beetles and work with FAO to bring what we call parasitoids. Now the parasitoids are small flies that is going to puncture the scale insect and lay eggs in it and kill it. It's going to work faster than the beetles. And from that we can import hundreds, thousands of that. And that is what we're working to work together with the beetle. I know the situation is it is very, very severe. What we're asking is your patient to let the beetles do it work.
After the tour, field officials sat with residents to discuss their ideas as well as those recommended to address the situation. There will also be an internal quarantine of plants from areas affected by the invasive species. In more news, the Minister for Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, Catherine Daniel, is calling on village councils to commit to service. The Honourable Minister says this is the only way to make a positive impact on communities and to get the involvement of villagers in the plans of the council.
Find time to attend meetings. Be involved in your council's activities. Prove yourselves worthy of trust. The trust which your people invested in you. Be honest, be professional. Remember, you are there for service, Be dependable, be diligent.
Honorable Daniel says over the years, government has entrusted village councils with more responsibilities as a sign of the level of trust that government places in village councils. She says it is council's job to assist government in fulfilling the many projects planned for the communities around Dominica.
Many of our programs in the Ministry of Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, which is my ministry, are geared towards creating a better way of life for our elderly and less fortunate. Assist us in our pursuit of this dream. A dream, a prosperous, peaceful, and just Dominica. Your service and recommendations are important as council. Government values your cooperation and is committed to working closely with you, and indeed with all councils. Councils that are serious about using local governance as a vehicle for the development and prosperity of their communities. Residents of Soufriere, Scott said Gallion, I call on you to give council your fullest support and cooperation. Your government cares about you and will work with councils for the well-being of villages and citizens and for the prosperity of this country.
The Honourable Minister was addressing the 17th inaugural meeting of the Soufriere Scots at Gallia Village Council last Wednesday. The dialysis unit of the Princess Margaret Hospital will be able to deliver improved service to its patients thanks to the generosity of the Ross University School of Medicine. On Monday, the school made a donation of equipment and furniture in the amount of $9,000 to the unit. Director of Clinical and Community Affairs, Rosanna Emanuel, described the gesture as Ross University's corporate and social responsibility and its continued commitment to the Ministry of Health in Dominica.
Giving back to the community is a significant part of our mission. The provision of quality health care requires dedicated staff that works in a conducive environment with the necessary amenities and incentives. Therefore, it is important to improve staff welfare, which will enhance patients' care.
To date, Ross University has made contributions to 21 health centers around the island, as well as the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Today, we are once again donating to the dialysis unit 2 flat-screen TVs, 1 filing cabinet, 1 refrigerator, 1 microwave toaster, oven, and 3 office chairs. We hope that this contribution will further enhance the environment at the dialysis unit, which should result in greater staff satisfaction and enhanced patient care. Ross University remains committed to making a difference in the lives of the people of Dominica while educating Ross medical students on the island.
Interim Senior Associate Dean Dr. Stanley White says the healthcare system in Dominica also plays a major role in the education of Ross students. He says the opportunity for students to observe the operation of the dialysis unit in Dominica is a significant contribution to their education. Associate Professor Dr. Heather Dyer agrees. She explained that students' time at the unit has been expanded from 2 to 3 full days of hospital visits as part of the semester.
We are certain that our students will continue to benefit from their exposure to renal medicine and also have that opportunity to link their basic sciences with the real-time clinical medicine that we witness when patients are being dialyzed. And there's also an opportunity to interact and to empathize with one aspect of chronic non-communicable diseases. This is in keeping with the holistic and reflective aspect of medicine, which is absolutely necessary for 21st century well-rounded physicians. And so it is therefore fitting and timely that we are able to contribute and enhance the services provided by the dialysis unit.
Hospital Services Coordinator Clayton Bryant accepted the items on behalf of the unit. The medical director, Dr. Ruby Blanc, expressed gratitude to Ross University for their generous contribution and expressed hope for continued fruitful collaboration between the Ministry of Health and the university.
Partners such as Ross University are critical in ensuring that the delivery or that we're able to deliver high quality health care. And Ross has indeed proven constantly to be a very reliable and I dare say a faithful partner to the Ministry of Health and PMH. The dialysis unit is different from other outpatient clinical facilities because of the nature of dialysis. The unit actually exists as a home, away from home for our patients because they spend so much time at the unit. And so that is why, on behalf of PMH management, I want to express our profound gratitude to Ross for this important donation.
This is the second time Ross University has donated to the dialysis unit at the PMH. The school also made contributions to that department in 2011. You're watching National Focus. Still to come, the Dominica State College to offer bachelor's degrees in September of this year. Stay tuned.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is 2 courts in 1? The CCJ has 2 functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Welcome back. In 2010, the Board of Governors of the Dominica State College set up a strategic plan with 3 major components. One of those components was offering bachelor's degrees by 2015. According to President of the Dominica State College, Dr. Donald Peters, this goal is now accomplished as the DSC will officially commence its bachelor's degree programs in September 2015.
In 2015, when we review our facilities, our components, and our academic programs, we recognized there were only 4 programs that we could really move by 2015 into the bachelor's areas, and those are English, education, agriculture.
The DSC president notes that measures are being put in place to ensure that the degrees are accredited worldwide.
We set up committees to put the curriculum together, which is international in scope. It must be the same as other universities all over the world, so that our students have the portability to take their degrees and work anywhere in the world. So we're excited about those.
One of the other aims of the college is to provide degrees to all teachers in the primary school system.
By 2019, most of the teachers teaching in our public and primary school systems should have bachelor's degrees similar to nursing, so we want to be the college that they turn to when they're seeking their bachelor's degree. That would help the country because the more educated your teachers are, the better quality service and quality education they will deliver. Returning students who have now graduated and are working in the community can return to the college to do their bachelor's degree. One of the things we're trying to do is to make sure most of the bachelor's degree program are more in the afternoons and evenings. So that will create opportunities for people working in industries, various industries, to come back to school.
In more news, the Honourable Member of Parliament for the Portsmouth constituency, Ian Douglas, says the Dominica Labour Party government is ensuring that opportunities are available for entrepreneurs to expand their businesses. It's up to nationals, however, to be business-oriented. Addressing the start of a 3-day training program for small business owners in the Northern District on Monday, Honourable Douglas reassured that government is focused on economic and human resource development. According to the Honourable Minister, there are several market opportunities available not just in Dominica, but the region.
The markets are there. Why keep limiting ourselves to Dominica and say Dominica don't have people, so we wouldn't sell? Between Martinique and Guadeloupe, there are 1 million people. 1 million people exist on our very doorstep. It takes half an hour, 45 minutes by boat to get to Marie-Galante, to get to the Saints. These people want to buy everything that we have to offer. As the Minister of Trade, I was in Martinique about a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago, and I met with one of the biggest supermarket owners in Martinique. And the man is literally telling us, Mr. Douglas, don't ask me what I want. There is nothing Dominica can produce that we cannot take. Just produce stuff and send it to us, and we will buy it. And we come back here and farmers cannot produce on the volume and the frequency with which Martinique wants the produce. So there are, in fact, opportunities.
Honorable Douglas emphasized his point using his own constituency as example.
10, 15 years ago, we could not go to the Portsmouth market on a Tuesday or a Thursday or Wednesday during the week. If you wanted to go to the market, you had to go on Friday afternoon or Saturday and the market would shut down. Now we have the Haitians here, and a lot of people don't like me to speak about it, but it is true. The Haitians have seen an opportunity for business, and they have actually gone ahead. The men are actually renting land from our landowners here, producing and cultivating the products, the produce, the agricultural produce, and the women are at the market every day. And there's a business. So now you can get things like ginger and kush and seasonings and stuff. Some of them have gone on to buy old vehicles and they ply the route from Ross University to Portsmouth. And they are actually being successful. So there are, in fact, opportunities here that we can take advantage of.
Honorable Douglas, who is also the Minister for Trade, highlighted government's partnership with the Dominica Export-Import Agency, DEXIA, as another initiative aimed at increasing production and expanding market opportunities.
In trade, I can tell you we have several markets in the Caribbean right now. We have the markets, but we do not have the produce. And that is why we want to encourage, and in DEXIA, look now, I have directed DEXIA for the government to start ordering fertilizer. So we eliminate the problem of fertilizer for farmers. All year round, you can go and get your fertilizer. Just like DEXIA have sugar and flour, there will be fertilizer all year round for farmers at a reasonable rate that they can afford, so that we can start producing in Dominica.
The training program launched in the northern districts of the island is first of many programs to be implemented by the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development. The incoming chairman of the Soufriere-Scotshead Village Council, Heston Charles, believes village councils play a significant role in shaping the development of the country. He sees village councils as an arm of the government and says councillors should do their best to uphold the standards set by government.
Councils should not work to strangle governments, but work in collaboration with them. I assure you, Acting Prime Minister, our representative, Honorable Ian Pinard, that the Soufriere-Scotshead Guardian Village Council, these people, these noble men that you're looking at presently, we will facilitate the plans and the wholesome development of this community by the government.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique a conduit un programme qui a targeté pêcheurs constituency Kachakou. Parole cela sorti au Parlement Honorable Ian Pinard.
C'est un programme nous avant l'élection là. Le mode fait campagne Soufriere-Scotshead la pointe Bégalio c'est en place pêcheur et puis les pêcheurs viennent au monde ils ont assistant pour gagner equipment pour bateau et puis moto pour le canot et puis ça nous mettons en place. C'est un programme called Fishers Program. Là nous allons construire 8 pour 10 fiberglass canot pour assister les fishermen et puis equipment. Que nous réalise like you sa pêcher, but because you pas equipment you passe à aller faire uns affaires. So nous réalise nous ça faire travail, nous ça créer travail, sustainable travail pour les pêcheurs Soufriere Kachakou et puis la pointe Bégalio.
Selon mon Parlement Pinard, pêcher ça tape forme application Hornsey Village Council.
Nous commençons là, nous avons une application form office Soufriere et puis la pointe, la pêcheur qui a venu, qui a signé application form là, as to where you're interested. So far, nous avons un parti de monde qui a parti pêcheur qui vient signer application là pour taper au canot. Nous avons un criteria. On est pour dire Soufriere constituency, on est un monde Soufriere constituency. On est pour dire un pêcheur qui n'y a un cadre, un fisherman cadre, pour ensure où ça pêcher. Où ça tape un cadre de Fisheries Division, l'autre application forme là, et puis il y a un training pour faire. Et puis après ça, il y a un fisherman cadre. Et puis on a bien un certain large, 18 pour 45. Right? Oui, 18 pour 45. So mon age range ça apply.
D'autres nouvelles, travail pour clarté à si l'occasion sport traitement ça prend place. Parole celle-là sorti au Parlement pour constituency Guampi, Honorable Justin Charles.
Dernier but nous avons fait c'est mettre light en les basketball court la multipurpose court là. Et vraiment mon ça dit qu'on nous parler ça j'ai fini plus que 2-3 mois d'abord 2-3 mois actuellement depuis l'année lights et vraiment ça dit sans jamais on différents direction pour sports commune nous ni jeunes moun en les côtes là l'après-midi et vers les souhaits pour éveiller jamais on man plus excitement à dire dans sports là nous ni basketballers hot Guambe ka monter tête mon presque tous les soirs pour yo aller jouer éveil because en light là yo fini travail yo ça aller éveil yo ça jouer so nous ni plus activité en tête mon actuellement les soirs les nous ka garder contre sport because yo ka jouer basketball presque tous les soirs ou monter tête mon yo en les côtes là so ça même ka monter important pour importance pour nous mettre lights en l'air on participe playing facilities là.
Eh bien, travail bien formidable qu'a continué en constituency Guamfond. Parole celle-là sortie au Parlement, Honorable Ivor Stevenson.
Moi, ça dit actuellement, il y a 6 mois qui passent après l'élection. Après l'élection, nous savons monter contre, monter fâché. Et puis c'est ça là. Mais actuellement, on a mon cas, pour easy actuellement, pour commencer à comprendre qui. Après l'élection, nous sommes d'accord, il y a un période qui gagne. Et puis nous avons là qui continue pour faire travail pour qui nous continue pour build constituency. Tant qui passe, ça nous tenons des travail à mon John, à la chimie mon John, nous qui ça finit actuellement et puis mon bien content manière yo fait chimie. Gonfond la chimie gonfond. Quand on savait l'année passée, chimie gonfond était en mauvais stade. Nous n'avons jamais fait un projet pour faire un rôle chimie. Nous avons fait chimie en petit. Et puis, par année, mais actuellement, quand nous avons parlé, nous avons fait ces dalles dans un morceau chimie qui pour petit quoi gonfond. So, ça presque fini. Et puis, ça fait un différent. Ça fait place à garder, mais vous avez un bon travail qui fait la passe. Pour les gens qui connaissent la chimie, vous avez un bon travail à continuer à la chimie.
Et bien finalement, la compagnie Dominica a employé étudiants et spécialement ça qui tape Assistance Education Trust Fund. Parole celle-là sur le General Manager Company Dominica, Madame Bottilia McKenzie.
Les enfants sont sortis de l'école. Ils ont gardé Dominica comme place qui s'emploie permanent oui. Bien qu'on dit en anglais. Vous comprenez? So, yo employé parce que vous savez, moun aime travailler Domlek. Parce que c'est une bonne place pour travailler. So, nous connaissons les enfants, les étudiants, les venus, nous regardons même comment yo conduire quoi yo. Et puis nous regardons yo pour futur.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Think water, think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
When you stretch, ease your body into position until you feel the stretch and hold it for about 25 seconds. Breathe deeply to help your body move oxygen-rich blood to the sore muscles. Don't bounce or force yourself into an uncomfortable position. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. You can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Mervin. Thanks for watching.